Hi Susanna, so just a quick video to talk through how to set this up. So you'll have a score assigned to pretty much every other relevant question in your survey. It's just when it comes to the text entry ones, you want to apply a score to people who actually just enter anything into the text box. So once you actually have your score set up in the scoring area, ignoring the text entry question, we're going to do the rest in the survey flow. So if we click into survey flow, we're going to add a new element here and we're going to make a couple of different embedded data fields. So the first one is just going to be called score. And for the value, we're going to use pipe text and pull in the value of your actual score. Now, this is just the total score from all of your other questions in your survey. You don't actually need this step, but I just prefer doing it just to be really clear on what's happening. So this is just going to be your overall score, ignoring the text entry question. So then what we're going to do is we're going to add a new field and we're going to call this your total. So this is where you're going to have your score. So I'm just going to copy this. And I'm going to paste in this here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a new element and a branch. And we're going to move this up just underneath the block of questions that contains your text entry question you want to give a score to. We're going to add a condition and then do the condition to say if the text entry question is not empty. So what we're saying basically is for people who enter anything into this text box, they get whatever is in this branch. So we're going to add an embedded data and call it text. And then we're going to set the value to be whatever we actually want to give these people if they do enter anything in the text box. So you can apply whatever score you want. I'm just going to put in 1. So if they answered the text box at all, then we give them a 1. So now in here, what we need to do is just turn this into a math operation. And you do this by saying $E, and then everything that comes within here must have a space in between it. So we're going to say the score plus whatever they get here. So if they get text is equal to 1, that's great. If they don't go here, then text will just be empty, so it will just add the 0 onto the end of it. So again, we're going for our pipe text, and we're going for our embedded data field, and we're going for the value for our text value here. The last step is just to remove the $ and curly brackets from this piece of pipe text because we already have those in here. So, and that's really it. So basically what we're doing is if they answered a text entry response, we're giving them a value of text is equal to 1. Then they come down and we add the total score from our other questions plus the text. So if they have entered it, they get a value of 1. If they haven't entered anything, then text is just empty, so they're adding a 0 onto here. The last thing just to do to be 100% safe is in the options. We enable embedded data variable types. And now you see these little text boxes have appeared here, so we're going to change it from nominal to ordinal just to let Qualtrics know that we're dealing with numbers here. And the same here. This is just to be like pernickety, you don't need to do this, but I just like doing it. So now we have all of that done and we save the flow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add another question in here just to pipe in that value. So I'm going to create a new question and I'm just going to pipe in the value here just so we can see what happens. So pipe text score I'm going to put in first to see what score we got, and then for the embedded data I'm going to type in total. So now we'll see whether the 1 is empty or not. And last thing I need to do is make sure that that is below everything that I've done here so that it's actually gone through all of this before it pipes in, and save flow. So I'm just going to preview. And when this loads, we should see that if, first of all, I don't enter anything into the text box, I shouldn't be given an extra 1, so both of my scores should be identical, which they are. So I got a 4 and a 4. And now if I preview again and enter a text entry into the box, just make sure it's not blank, then I should get an extra 1 added to my score. So here we are, 7 and 8. So obviously you do this for however many text entry questions you need, but basically just do the same for each. But I hope this answers your question. If you do have any questions or have any trouble setting this up, please just let me know.